here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bring you the knowledge and drop the science of this industry of what we call trucking. Um, Today, or tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are, first I'd like to say welcome. um, Tonight, I'm going to step out. I'm going to step outside the norm, and I'm going to give anybody that comes up here live the opportunity to ask any question, right? You can ask any question, whether it's trucking related or not. You can ask any question, trucking related or not, and I'll try to answer it. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. So, all right, appreciate it, because y'all certainly about to ask that and stuff. Any question that's out there that you have, I am willing to answer it and stuff, whether it's trucking or non-trucking related. What's going on, man? Dang on, dude. What the? I gotta get caught up in stuff. Man. I guess without saying too much, they still ain't found the fleet yet. I don't understand why they looking for it, but you know, yeah. But hey, man, I see you keep on doing your thing, brother. But yeah, any question that you may have and stuff about anything in life, right? Because I'm going to be 43 years old. It said just some engine noise in the background. Yeah, I got the reefer. Yeah, I got the reefer unit running and stuff, man. So it tends to pick that up. So if you can kind of work with that and stuff, man, I think we should be okay. As a 42-year-old, well, I'm not 40. I'm going to be 43 years old in about 2 weeks. I have two failed. Let's see. Okay, somebody online reported I had my trucks parked in my house. State's been looking for my hidden spot ever since I moved my trucks out the driveway. Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, that's to be expected. That's to be expected and stuff, man. I mean, it's just like everything else, you know. Look, okay, I'm going out here, I'm making money the legit way, and I'm showing people how to make money. Okay, well, let me turn him into the FMCSA and get him investigated, and they investigate it, and they don't find nothing, none of that stuff there. So yeah, that's just gonna be, hey man, as long as you post something up, somebody's gonna always find some issue with it, and make some phone call and stuff to some people, and there it is from there and stuff. It's just like when you contracted somewhere, well, you're making money. Oh no, you can't have that. Let me find out where he's leased on. Let me find out where he's leased on to, and call the people he's leased on with, find out the people he got contracts with and stuff, and put some old nonsense out there. Parking around here is insane. They took TA pounds. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only alternative, man, is probably look at one of them storages. Look at one of the public storages or something like that, and see if they'll give you a space there and stuff. That's what I had to do, actually. Yeah, that's what I had to do and stuff, man. Yeah, they got a storage around there and stuff. Walmart, they charge $8.85. They charge it's one storage place costs $8.85, and then there's another place that charges $50 a month. He charged $50 a month and stuff, but you got to pay him a year in advance, stuff. That's the catch. So, yeah, can always be something, man. So anyway. I'm answering any question and stuff that's out there that you may have about life or about just whatever. Nothing's off limits. Like I said, my resume, 43 years old. I'm 43 years old, no kids. 2 failed marriages, a whole bunch of failed relationships and stuff like that. So, have at you. I don't know if older people. I don't know if people older than me watch me. So you know, and if so and stuff again, welcome. But um, I try to give information. I try to give information stuff, so people can steer around some of the pitfalls and stuff like that. Because I see a little bit of me in everybody, especially you're trying to get started. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm gonna kick it off. I guess I'm gonna kick it off and stuff because what's been going on and stuff. Ever since I got the truck back, the truck's been running. The truck's been running fine. It's been running real good and stuff like that. I think I done figured out all the little stuff and got it all patched up. So it's running it's running better than I would hope. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. How's the rebuild? Did they change all the coolant hoses? That's they changed all that and stuff, man. They when they did the end frame and stuff, all the hoses and stuff been changed. All the hoses, all the clamps. Yeah, all the hoses, all the clamps and stuff, man. All the little pieces and stuff like that. That's all been changed. So they were thinking the same way I was, cause it was trying to think. Let's see. When I got my oil cooler changed, and stuff, a lot of hoses and stuff. That's when they went bad then and stuff, and so all they got changed prior to that and stuff. But once they did the end frame and stuff, everything, all the hoses and clamps and stuff got changed. So that's probably one of the first things I noticed. That's probably one of the first things I noticed and stuff. So they just tighten up all the leaks and stuff like that. Jeff, let's see. What was the reason for your failed marriages? Were they the same reasons each time? Okay. No. My first marriage failed. My first marriage failed was because, I'm saying, both marriages and all relationships that failed and stuff that I've been in was because of me. It was because of me. And it was because of me and my thinking, right? Because I didn't really understand. I really didn't understand life until, and you really don't get a hold of life until you get older, right? So my first marriage was based on sheer innocence and stuff. I mean, she was my first. She was my first and stuff, and so it was a lot of stuff that I experienced with her. That was my first time, right? So, we dated. We got different jobs and stuff at different places. So she already knew what my dream was and stuff. My end game was to drive trucks. So she was prepared for it. So, we moved into the place, and so we was brought up the way we was brought up and stuff. It was real. We had a real Christian background and stuff. Her parents went to church. My father was a Catholic, so they didn't particularly agree with us moving into the place together and not being married, right? Which I'm saying that now that you understand life. Now that you understand life and how things work, you can do those type of things and stuff. But I'm saying, if you come from a religious background and stuff like that, then those are things that are shunned upon, right? But you should really be questioning. So, I knew, we moved in together and stuff. And so Um, People was giving us a little bit of grief about what we was doing and stuff like that. They didn't particularly agree with it, but they saying, hey, listen, you're grown. So um, I asked her to marry me at church. We was at church and stuff that Sunday, and I asked her to marry me on Sunday and stuff, and we went and got married that Monday. We didn't wait. We didn't have a real big ceremony, stuff like that. We got married. Got married. It didn't even last the distance. I got married in 2000. I got married in 2000, and we separated in 2022. So about 2 years and stuff like that. It was a lot of the problems and stuff. A lot of problems that we were facing was the fact that I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to communicate anything. It's just, you can sit there when you get married, right? You got to understand, there's no such thing as a perfect marriage, right? You're going to have your problems and stuff like that. You just learn how to work through them. And so you learn how to work through them and stuff, and everything going to be okay, which it was. But, I'm sorry. I got married in 2000, and we separated in 2002. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That's sorry about that. That wasn't something recent. But we got together. The problems and stuff that we had was things that you can actually work out, right? But nothing's going to be perfect. And it's not like I wasn't married to like a jump off, a worldly woman or something like that. It was a lot of things we were inexperienced with and stuff. And so, and that's the whole beauty of it, right? That's the whole beauty of it and stuff. And if you're going to be in a relationship, for the younger guy, for the younger people, it's the perfect age to get married. It's just, you got to learn how to cope with a lot of this stuff and just understand that, man, things just ain't gonna be perfect. And so, things did get domestic. Things did get domestic and stuff. And so, just one day and stuff, I just said enough was enough, and I put my foot down and stuff like that. And so she left, and so she left and stuff. And so we did try to reconcile, right? We did try to reconcile and stuff, but the thing is that I got a taste of the real world, right? And so that taste and stuff, it felt good. The fact that I was able to do things, and then I was able to do things and participate in stuff and not have to give, I didn't have to let nobody know and stuff what I was doing. I bought a motorcycle. I was in a motorcycle group and stuff, and so I'm out there hanging out late and stuff, and so I'm thinking that's the life, right? And I'm saying that's cool if somebody would have properly prepared me for those two stages. If they would have properly prepared me for those two stages, yeah, I probably would have stayed married in my first marriage. But that was the thing. That it was a she tried to reconcile and stuff, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it because I was too far gone, and I thought that, well, the stuff that I'm doing now, it's a lot more fun and stuff, which it was. What I'm saying is that, being married is not a chore. It's not a chore or death sentence or whatever, but it's a commitment. it's a commitment and stuff. Anything that you commit to, it's gonna have it's gonna have its ups and its downs. Just like business. When you commit yourself to business, you're gonna do everything possible to make sure that your business. And so in the first marriage, it's just she was compatible to make sure that these type of things come into being. Um, she was compatible to make these things and stuff come into being and stuff. It's like, cause I hear people talk about this phrase that's being thrown out here called the modern woman, right? They talk about the modern woman. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but yeah. So she tried to reconcile. I turned it down, and that was that and stuff. And so then, my second marriage, it really tested. The second marriage really tested the boundaries of what you can tolerate and what you can't. And so, what I learned is and stuff, and I don't have any regrets about that. I said, the stuff that I tolerated off my second marriage, I owe my first wife an apology. And stuff. And so, you gotta have a set of standards and boundaries and stuff like that. It's amazing what stuff that you'll tolerate. It's amazing what kind of stuff you'll tolerate and stuff, especially when you got a weak mentality, a weak mind. And so, game was all around me. It's just I didn't want to get gamed up. Yeah, I didn't want to get gamed up and stuff. So, a lot of stuff that happened was because of, because of me not being oblivious to the truth and stuff, understanding the red flags and stuff, when people participate in certain behaviors and stuff, it's not something that they just walk into, right? It's what they always been doing. They always been this way. It's just, you got it inside your mind that, hey, I can tolerate it. I can stick with it and stuff like that because, okay. So to be straight up with you, you got continual sexual access, right? You got continual sexual access and stuff. So you got that right there and stuff, and that's supposed to undermine all the other things and stuff that's going on. And so, if you have a weak mentality, which most of us do, we got weak minds and stuff, instead of sitting there saying, okay, look, let me work on myself and be the best version of myself I can be. Oh, well, it's the women that's messed up. It's the women that's messed up. So, we talk about all the stuff we do and what we provide and this, that, or whatever. But, nobody's putting a gun in anybody's head and say, you got to stay there. You got to take it. If it's not to your liking, or, to your discretion or whatever and stuff, then why stick around? Don't make excuses about things that ain't going your way and stuff. I mean, all the red flags are there. The phone was going off and the messages and all the other stuff was going off. But what comes with that too. But you say, well, all right, it's not really a big deal and stuff right now. But see, now when you start talking about buying houses and cars and raising children and all the other stuff there, now these things begin to become a factor a little bit. And so each year, it just grows and grows and stuff to a point that now when you confront it and start talking about it and stuff, then the answer that you usually get is stuff as well, hey, nobody asked you to do this, or why you changing and all that other stuff there. when all the stuff always been going on. It's just, you know, it wasn't a problem and stuff, man, until, time and stuff catches up, and then you see, hey, look, you yourself changed to get into a situation that's not to your life. It's not really paying to your benefit and stuff, man. It's very counterproductive, and you see, you wake up to that realization. It's like, man, a lot of time done passed. And so this is where people start having midlife crises, and you start having a midlife crisis, and those sort of things. Because life done passed you by on stuff that you could have did. But instead, you show commitment to something. You show commitment to something that was something that was not worth showing commitment and stuff to. You know what I'm saying? So, we find ourselves. Oh, how's the rebuild? How's the rebuilds at? Everything is good. Everything is good. The truck is running fine. The truck is running fine and stuff. I ain't had no issues or nothing like that. So, everything is on the up and up. Also, Zach, it's a Q&A. So if you it's a Q&A. So I'm doing a question, and I'm doing a Q&A and stuff on anything that you put out there. So it doesn't have to be trucker related. It doesn't have to be trucker related and stuff. So, was there a time when the fun ended for you? Yeah. And see, here's the thing. I cut the cord. I'm the one that pulled the plug. I'm the one that pulled the plug. I'm the one that cut the cord and stuff like that. Because it's things I like. It's things I like. It's things that I like to do, but it's things I like, but I kept myself away from it. Look, man, I like video games. Maybe not as much and stuff. I'm not so much of a PS5 fan and stuff like that. But look, that's my thing. I like that. I like that. I like cars and stuff. I like car shows. I like truck shows and stuff. I want to learn. I like to travel. I want to get out of the fear of traveling and stuff. Get out of the fear and learn how to travel. Like get on cruise ships and maybe not travel internationally and stuff like that, but like be a connoisseur of sort. Like, hey, look, go down into a nice motel and kick my feet up. Find some of these resorts and stuff like that. That was the thing that I was trying to get myself into, and so I kept myself away from it because I thought that responsibility was supposed to, that superseded all this other stuff. So I'm showing my commitment to being in this particular relationship and stuff by helping and doing all this stuff. Man, that ain't what it's about, So I ended the fun for myself. I gave my motorcycle away. I gave it away. I didn't sell it. I just the moment me and my second wife moved in together and stuff, I gave my motorcycle away. You know what I'm saying? That's just that was just me. That was a part of me and stuff. I like to go out and party a little bit and stuff, but it's just if anybody entered the fun, I pulled the plug on that. Nobody else. And see, I can admit that now. If you would have asked me 5 years ago and stuff, I've been right up here just like everybody else. Oh man, it's the woman's fault. Man, it's the woman's fault why I'm in this position that I'm in, and so on and so forth. And man, these horrible women, these modern women and stuff, man, they'll just do this and do that to you and stuff. Nah, do this. I can tell you now and stuff, man. Look, anything that you're going through in a relationship, dude, you're doing it to yourself. So don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Understand the game, right? And if It's just like how they say, if you got any hate, hate the game, not the play. Let's see, if you don't mind asking, what age did you get your first job? I was my first job. I was a forklift operator. I was a forklift operator. I just graduated Lyndon B. Johnson Job Corps Center, and I had a choice. I took the ASVAB for the military. I passed and stuff, and so what I was asking the recruiter was, I said, hey man, listen, can I drive trucks in the military? And so they never gave me a straight up answer. He gave me, they was telling me stuff to get me in there, but they wasn't telling me what I wanted, what I needed to hear and stuff. So back in the day, when you passed the ASVAB, if you passed the ASVAB, you can go into any branch of service except the Marines. Yeah, you can go into any branch of service except the Marines and stuff. The Marines, I guess they had their own different tests or whatever. But so when I graduated Job Corps, I had a choice. I said, man, I got to find a job quick or I got to go into the military. So I'm 19. And I know if I go in the military, it's going to be 4 years and stuff, right? It's going to be 4 years. But if I can wait 2 more years, then I can get my CDL, I get my CDL, start driving trucks, which, come find out, I could have got it when I was 18. But I got a job and stuff as a forklift operator. I worked there for a year. And stuff, and then from there, I went to go work at prison and stuff. I was a CO. I was a CO at the prison and stuff, and so that was my second job. So, yes, forklift operator. The place is no longer in business. It used to be this place called Tyco Plastic. That's where, so I was I was a selector and stuff there and everything, making $7, and I was making $7.49 an hour, which it wasn't. I guess it wasn't a lot of money and stuff, but it was okay. It was okay money. It was okay money and stuff. So, let's see. Did I get another motorcycle later on? No, I didn't. I didn't get another motorcycle. I wanted to. I wanted to, man. I'm like, but now I just to get a motorcycle now. I kind of got a fear. The motorcycle. And it's not because of me. It's because of other people. It's like, dude, if I get on this motorcycle and hurt myself, right? Who's gonna take care of me? Who's gonna take care of me and stuff? I mean, who's gonna hold stuff down? Who's gonna hold stuff down while I'm down and stuff, right? And I'm like, cause I fell off a motorcycle before and stuff and dislocated my shoulder. And dude, I was doing everything. It was dislocated and I had a muscle spasm in it, and so I wound up putting it back in place. I had to figure out how to put it back in place and stuff. And so when I did, and then I had to go back to work, and I was out of work and stuff for a week, and once I popped it back in place and stuff, man, it took almost a month for it, for the pain and stuff was gone. And so I'm like, it just made me kind of, that was just something to think about. When I was a company driver, I was cool. I was all right, I was signed up for short-term disability. Didn't even know it. The company certainly didn't tell me and stuff until when I went back to work next Friday and stuff, right? I got paid, I got paid and stuff. And so the short-term disability at the time was based upon the last paycheck that you made. Yeah, the last paycheck that you made and stuff. They say they pay you up to, let's see, short-term I think was up. It was 90 some weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was like 90 some weeks. So they didn't tell me this until I went back to work and stuff, right? So I just they put me down for 1 week, paid me, and then that was it. And then they told me, okay, yeah, you could have got this for 90 weeks and stuff, right? I'm like, well, too late now. You back in, you back driving and stuff like that. So go figure. Let's see. When are you planning to get a second truck? I'm not. I'm not. I made. I'm not gonna get a second truck. I mean, this one truck and stuff, man. It's all I need and stuff, man. I'm like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But, and I hate to kind of say it, but like what chasing Andrew and stuff, what he's going through is the exact reason why I don't want a second truck. Because you can get the truck and you can park them, and people are just going to look like they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, if they got a problem where your truck is at. They got a problem where your truck is at, man. I mean, your truck can be sitting in your yard, not bothering you, and here come some people and stuff. It doesn't matter where you live at. You could be in the city or in the country or whatever. If the truck is sitting for a certain amount of time, somebody gonna go out there and they're gonna see, hey man, listen, the truck ain't been moved. What are you doing with it? You know what I'm saying? And so now, even though you got insurance and you got tags and stuff, the fact that you ain't moving it, now they talking about it's some kind of nuisance for the truck being there. I caught that with when I had Sky Rooster. That's why I gave Sky Rooster up. And so to get a second truck, I would have to have somebody to say, yeah, they're gonna drive the truck and they're gonna keep it, and that's it. I ain't gotta worry other than, I'm gonna have somebody in it to drive it and stuff like that. But to get a second truck, man, it's just it's really it's a headache. I'm just keeping it real. It's a headache. Just people always constantly asking you and stuff. They want to do stuff with your truck and everything. Like, yeah, it's a truck for sale. Yeah, it's for sale. But they don't want to give you the money. They just want to finance the truck, or they want to lease the truck, or they just want to use the truck for free. And then, once I learn how to make money, then I'll think about buying the truck from you that way. You know what I'm saying? It's just they want to use you as a footstool and stuff, and they don't even want to use that correctly. So I'm like, no, dude, look, hey, this how much I bought the truck for. This how much I asking for it. It's either pay or not pay. And a lot of guys they want the truck. A lot of guys that want the truck, they don't even have a plan. They want the truck. Okay, what's your plan? What's your plans once you get it? Well, I was thinking about going over here, going over there. Yeah, I'm going over here to this. So you're not actually at the company. So you got to take this truck, and then you got to learn this system, and also then, when am I going to get paid? Because you don't even have a plan and stuff like that. And so, it's like, you run into a bunch of that nonsense that you're just not trying to hear, man. Like, look, and then the next thing is, if you get stuff set up, they don't like, they telling you what they're going to do with your truck. Okay, I run the Northeast, right? This is where I make money at. So, yeah, I'm going to bring the truck on where I'm at and stuff, and then this is where we're going to run it over here. No, well, I can't do that. I can't run the Northeast for this reason or that reason, whatever. I can make money over here in these other places. And I'm like, okay, yeah, if that's the case, then, why talk to me? If you're making all this money down here running the South and, running to Texas and all that other stuff there, all right, cool. So then where, it should be bearing some fruit somewhere and stuff, right? It should be, okay, all right, yeah, let me buy this truck off of you so I can go over here and run this money lane and stuff, which is Texas or Florida and all this other stuff there. But, it's like, no, let me borrow the truck, and if I make money, then I'll pay you. But if if it breaks down, then, yeah, come get it and fix it and all that other stuff there. But if I'm profitable, I'm going to keep all the money. That nonsense, so nah. Let's see. When you was a CO at prison, was it just like the show on TV? North Carolina prisons. Okay, each state do the prisons and stuff different. Like, you'll understand it's a world inside of a world that goes on in prison. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not like you see a prison in the state of North Carolina is like this. You got North Carolina got a prison in every county. We got 100 counties, and each county got a prison in it. And so they don't believe, like, some states got like maybe 7 or 8 institutions, and they ship everybody. Like California, they'll ship everybody to San Quentin, and San Quentin got probably, a couple thousand inmates and stuff that's in there. The state of North Carolina is not like that. They got small numbers, and then in prison they got what's called, like, you got custody status, right? You got custody status and stuff, and so depending on how many years and stuff that you get is what's going to determine what your custody is going to be like. You got you got honor grades. You got honor grade. That means that you were sentenced to prison less than 2 years. So you got 2 years or less. They send you the honor grade and stuff, right? That means you get to go home. You ain't really behind bars and nothing like that. You get to go home every weekend and stuff like that. That's those guys there and stuff. If you in the state of North Carolina, if you see an inmate with all green clothes, if they got all green clothes and stuff, that's your honor grade people, So then you got medium custody. That means if you got 5 years, if you got more than 2 years, if you got more than 2 years but less than 10 years, they put you in medium custody. That's when you behind bars and stuff. Like, yeah, that's when you inside of you got a cell, and where it's a cell, and you got a bunch of beds and stuff like that, and you're taking showers, and people can see you use the bathroom and take a shower, and you got 2 TVs and stuff, and you gotta have a Walkman and stuff like that. So, there ain't no cable TV in prison and stuff. So, whatever you can get on the analog and stuff, that's what it is. So, you're all housed in there together and stuff, but it's not a lot of people, but, it's enough people in there. And then you got close custody. That means if you sentenced to 10 years or more, you sentenced to close custody. That means that you got 24 people in a set. You got 24 people in a block. You got 24 people in a block, and each block, everybody got their own cell and stuff like that and everything. So, that's the unit I work. I work in close custody and stuff like that. It's not like you got to go in there. It ain't, people, they ain't fighting and stuff like, a bunch of fighting and stuff. They ain't doing a bunch of fighting, none of that stuff. There ain't a bunch of killing, ain't nobody killing each other, none of that stuff there. Ain't a bunch of people committing suicide. It's just, hey, to be honest, you'll almost forget that you in prison. That's the type of environment. It's like you'll almost forget you in prison. You're like, what the heck am I? Oh yeah, this is prison. It's not laid back. It's not laid back, but they not real violent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they not real violent, even though you in there with some of the worst of the worst. But hey, they people. You know what I'm saying? They people and stuff, man. So it's yeah. So I took that job and stuff there because I was tired of making $7.49. In prison I was making $13 an hour and stuff, which was good money back in the day. That was real good money back in the day. So I took that job until I turned 20. When I was old enough to drive a truck, I got up out of there, man. Like, hey, look, I see y'all, man. They was offering me a promotion and stuff, right? Yeah, they was offering me a promotion and stuff, man. They was doing the waive, it's gonna get the waiver if I pass the test. They said, man, you be promoted to sergeant. And so, I kind of almost stayed, but I'm like, it's just my love for wanting to do this job right here. I went on here and I left. Yeah, let's see. Are you close to being able to retire? No, dude. I ain't nowhere close to retirement. I ain't nowhere close to retirement, man. That's nowhere close. Let's see. I would never let someone drive my truck, even if I had 2 trucks. The reason I ask is you just rebuilt your truck and you may want to upgrade yourself in a few years or so. Yeah, it's like this. If you're a one truck, one trailer operation, you got 1 or 2 choices. You can go this route right here, rebuild your truck. You can rebuild your truck, take your money, save your money up, right? But here's the thing. You should not, if you go this route right here, then the next time your truck comes up for, if you saying that you want to upgrade, then what you should be doing is when you go get the truck, you should already, whatever the truck costs, you should already have the money. You should already have the money and say, you know what, here it is. Whatever it is, whatever truck that you want and stuff, you shouldn't be going to no bank. You shouldn't be going to no bank and asking no bank, hey man, listen, I like to find it. Unless you're gonna play the finance game, which means you already got the money. You already got the money, but you want to do the slow route. Like, yeah, I want the truck. I already got the money, but I'm just gonna pay them monthly instead of just saying $200,000. Kind of like I said, you don't want to be cash poor. So if you can finance it and you can get at a good rate, that's the thing there. You just financing it. You financing the truck, but not really. But yeah, it's if you're gonna be a 1 truck, 1 trailer operation, then it's no need of you having a whole bunch of trucks. Like, it's no need of having a truck and then having a backup truck. Because you're going to take care of your equipment so much that if the truck does go down, then it's time for you to take a break too. So the worst that can happen to the truck is you got to put a motor in the truck, right? And you're going to be down a month. But I'm saying, what's a month? Especially if you got the money. What's a month? That's 4 weeks of taking off. That's 4 weeks of taking off and getting yourself in the right cool mind and stuff, man, and just sitting back and preparing, and that's it, guys. If you got that backup truck, 9 out of 10, you got it, but you ain't gonna do nothing with it. And then the other thing about having multiple trucks is, for some reason, if you don't drive these trucks, man, they start having problems. Like your trucks can be top tier. Your trucks can be top tier. But if you let that truck sit back there for a month and you don't do nothing with it and you crank it up and try, man, you're gonna start, it's gonna throw some kind of check engine light and you're gonna have some kind of issue. And it's not gonna run right. And then you gotta take it to the shop and figure out what it is. Well, your fuel line clogged up. Your fuel line clogged. How did that? Well, you know, when the diesel fuel sits for a certain amount of time and you ain't treating it, it grows algae and stuff like that. And then it got into your fuel lines, and that's what messed your fuel line up. Or you know, you probably forgot to dump your air out and stuff, and so now you know the water was in it, and the water turned into rust, and now the rust is going through the air system. And it's like, dang, all that happened because the truck sat. Like, yeah, you know, as long as somebody's in this truck and running it, your truck will run like a sewing machine. But man, the second you sit the truck down, you sit it down and stuff like that for a month, and you can do everything to the truck. You go out there and crank it up. Like, man, what the world? Something wrong? It ain't running right, you know. And so now you gotta go through the whole issue. Now you gotta get all the fluids and stuff flushed out of it and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you know that you're gonna be a one truck, if you know it's just gonna be you, then just buy you one truck and keep up your maintenance and stuff on that truck, and you'll never have it. I mean, you'll have issues, but you address the issues and then you just keep on going. But it's nothing like where it's gonna put you out of work for like, truck gonna put you out of work for like 3-4 months and stuff. I mean, no, it's not open heart surgery. It's just, it's just a part and stuff. You take one part out, put another one in, and then hit the road. Let's see. What's your plans after trucking? I'm focusing on doing property insurance, claims, other major storms, occurring tornadoes, hurricanes, the paving street. Yeah, there's nothing else for me, cause I done being in this thing 21 years, right? Being in trucking for 21 years, and this is something that I always wanted to do. I didn't want to do anything else, and now I got affirmation that I'm gonna be in it. I never wanted to dedicate myself to anything else except trucking. That's it. It's not. I didn't want to be anything else. I don't want to be a dispatcher. I don't want to be a dispatcher or a broker or none of that stuff there. That's just, it's cool if you want to do it. It's just, if you're gonna, if you want more skill and stuff, then it's a good thing you did it while you don't have a lot of time into it. Because while you don't have a lot of time into it and stuff, you can do that sort of thing. But me, I got, like I said, I got 21 years. I got 21 years in this thing. I mean, what else can I be? What else can I be and stuff, man? I ain't gonna say I can't say I can't be anything else. It's just I don't want to be anything else. Yeah, I don't want to be anything else. But yeah. Yeah, if you want to get in, if you want other skill and stuff, man, that's something that you get while you don't have a lot of time in the industry. But to me, it's just, this is it, man. That's all I know. So I'm like, I guess, I'm pretty much, I'm institutionalized, man. I'm institutionalized and stuff, man. So this is it for me and stuff. I'm like, I'm at the peak. I'm at the peak and stuff, man. I'm at the top of the mountain, and I'm at the top of the mountain and stuff, man. So I say trucking will always be there, though. You can try something different and then come back to trucking if things don't work out. Yeah, if you know, if yeah, you can, yeah, you can do that and stuff, but it's just, um, that that's something that I should have. It was something I should have been focused on. It's something I should have been focused on earlier and stuff. And say, yeah, you know, if anything else, I guess mechanics. I should have got more into mechanics and stuff and took that more seriously. But yeah, yeah, I know trucking ain't going nowhere. It's just trucking ain't going nowhere and stuff. But if it's anything I'm married to and stuff, that's what I'm married to, man. I'm married to the road, so I don't want to give it up. I don't want a side piece. I don't want no side piece or nothing like that. So, this is it right here and stuff. So. Yeah, trucking is every business is making that transition. Every business is making that transition. Trucking is no different. You can see where 20 years ago, 21 years ago when I first started out, there were no GPS. There wasn't no GPS. It wasn't no MapQuest or nothing like that. If you drove a truck and stuff, it had to be, the only place that had automatic trucks was U.S. Express, and they had generation 1 auto shift trucks. So that means if you didn't understand the clutch fundamentals and stuff, then you were still out of luck. So yeah, but you look at trucks now and stuff. I mean, they got forward and back facing cameras. GPS. You got guys and stuff. They got 4 or 5 GPSs on their windshields and stuff like that. I doubt anybody picks up a road atlas now and stuff. That used to be, the top seller. Everybody used to wait around for the new, the 2001, the 2002 edition. The road atlas and stuff. And so if you went and got the laminated one and stuff, then man, you was real fancy. But that's what we did. We always waited for the new road atlas to come out. And I'm saying now, you got GPS, and I'm doing lives and stuff now, man. I mean, shoot, you didn't even have that. You had radio stations and stuff. You had to whatever city and stuff you went through, you had to catch it and stuff like that. And yeah, that was it. Wasn't no laptops and tablets. It was just you. It was just you in the open road and stuff. So if you didn't have a playlist, if you didn't have some kind of playlist or whatever, like a bunch of CDs and stuff like that, trucks didn't even have, he still had the tape players and stuff. Yeah, just had CDs and tapes and stuff, man. So that was it. That was your playlist. But, now, trucking is more refined, but, as it being more refined, it becomes more complicated and stuff, guys, I used to get a load out of North Carolina, and I had to be in California on Wednesday. But you see now, you get a load out of North Carolina on Monday. You ain't got to be in California till next Monday. I mean, it was a need back then and stuff. A person came up and told you they did 600 miles and stuff, man. You laughing at them like, that's all you did? That's all you did, 600 miles and stuff? Like, man, daggone, what the heck? Was you, I don't know, I guess it was a bad day for you then. shoot, you know, talk to me today and stuff. I'm over here, you know, tomorrow I'm probably halfway across the country. You know, I get a 2 hour, you know, you get a power nap. You know, you got your power nap and stuff like that, and it's like, well, hey, that was my break and stuff. You know, some people, they don't even understand. You know, they don't even know what the old law, new law was. So, yeah, ever thought about? Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. I'm gonna get definitely. I'm definitely getting a new trailer. Yes, I'm definitely getting a new trailer. I'm like that. I knew it was something I forgot. I knew it was something I forgot to talk about. But yeah, when I had that time off, and stuff to kind of ride around and, you know, talk and see what the prices and stuff was, I'm like, yeah. Talked to a couple salesmen and stuff like that. I said, yeah, this the route I'm going to. I mean, I thought about getting a used one, but I'm like, nah. I said, if I get something new, yeah, I'm gonna get me a new reefer unit. Definitely get me a new reefer unit and stuff, man. So that's already in the works. that's already in the works and stuff, man. I mean, it's just yeah. I thought about the used. I went to go look at the used and stuff like that, but I'm saying it's just, that was my whole outlook and stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm in it. You know, I'm in it and stuff, man. But I'm like, you know, but the reefer unit I want the zone stuff. I want them zones, that zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. I want one of those and stuff with the bulkheads. Yeah. I'm definitely getting a reefer unit. Definitely. But that's the one I want. I want the ones with the zone. I want the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. I don't want the regular reefer unit. I want the zones with the bulkheads and stuff. You know, talk to the guy and stuff. The prices are very reasonable and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's just this renting the trailer every week. Now. I mean, it's okay. It's all right and stuff. But I done, you know, July. I've been with these guys for 4 years. I done been with these guys for 4 years and stuff, come July and stuff, and I've been paying $500 a week. I've been paying $500 a week for 4 years. So you do the math and say, man, look, enough is enough. I ain't got, the only thing I got to show for it is just profit in the bank and stuff. Like, well, yeah, I don't have to worry about breakdowns and stuff like that, but shoot. Yeah, I don't have to worry about breakdowns and stuff, but shoot. What's the chance that, you know, it's not like the reefer unit is breaking down every week. It's just like when I was using my when I had my other reefer units and stuff. I'm like, you know, little small stuff will go. It's nothing that went down that put me out of work. You know what I'm saying? Something that can get fixed real quick. Yeah, something that can get fixed real quick or whatever and stuff, and that was that. Or if it went out, you know, if it did go out and stuff, it went out when I didn't have a load and stuff like that, so I didn't get charged. that call out fee and all that stuff there. I could just go to the shop and, you know, like, hey, this is what I got going on and stuff. I'm using in there out in about an hour, and it'd be something simple. So, you know, that was with a used reefer unit. So I'm like, I mean, a new one. You know what, tires, brakes, you know, that sort of thing there. But shoot, you figure what, every year and a half. But yeah, definitely, I got to get out of this rental thing and stuff. Is the rental thing? It has its pros and its cons, but it has its pros and its cons and stuff. Man, but you know, Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, 4 years and stuff, man. You know, you add that money up, like, dude, I could have had what? I could have had two reefer units by now. The one I'm paying. But anyway, I'm gonna go on here, jump on off here and stuff. We gotta get ready to go down to the plains and get unloaded and stuff like that. So I hope that the information and stuff that I gave was helpful. Um, I did say that I want to speak more on, life experiences and stuff like that. So I said I'm gonna start a life lessons that's gonna be completely different from truck assignments. So, you know, you'll have the truck assignments and stuff. We'll still do the lives and stuff like that. But then, you see videos and stuff. I'll make sure I post it up there and stuff. Life lessons. So, you can learn a little something stuff from things that I went through, so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did, or you can get an understanding about how this game and stuff work of life, because people sure ain't giving it to you and stuff, or they giving it to you. They want to charge you for stuff that you already know that don't make any sense. But anyhow, so I'll make sure I put that up there and stuff, and so that'll be something that you can go down the road with and stuff, and do whatever you want with that information. And so that's that. So anyway, y'all fellas be safe, be easy. This your man here, Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you, follow me on Instagram, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22, Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. If you need to reach out to me and stuff, my telephone number is